And here at the 2012 WashU Invitational with Mizzou freshman Bryant Blahnik. Did I say that right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, the Minnesota native who is only correct me if I'm wrong, the only competition in the Mizzou singlet this year was run at the U.S. Cross Championships. Is that right?
Yep.
And well, we'll get back to that in a minute. But tell me how when you start. Where in Minnesota are you from originally?
Red Wing, Minnesota. It's like half hour southeast of St. Paul.
Okay.
So
not far
right
from
there out of the metro.
Yeah, yeah. And did you get started just in high school, or did you start running before that, or?
Up in Minnesota, you can start running or competing in varsity events and on varsity teams in 7th grade.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So actually, my dad forced me into running cross country in 7th grade because football practice was later in the evening, and he was kind of upset that I hadn't been doing anything after school. So halfway through the fall, he had me go for cross country.
In 7th grade?
Yep.
Oh, okay, cool.
And, kind of had some pretty good success later in the season in that, and kind of made the varsity team by sections, which was kind of neat.
Yeah.
And then I didn't think I was actually going to return for 8th grade.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was either going to be soccer or football again.
Okay.
But they wanted me to.
Yeah, yeah.
And I kind of made a real jump from 7th to 8th grade.
Yeah. So did you train with the guys on the high school team too?
Yeah.
Was it all together? Okay.
High school kids would just carpool down to middle school, and we'd have practice from the middle school.
Okay, okay. So what kind of success did you have then in high school? What any highlights that you want to share, or?
High school, things were rough.
Yeah.
You know, first 2 years still. I mean, when you're coming out of the same section as the Heath brothers.
Yeah.
You know, it's a pretty competitive section.
Right.
And so, had my ups and downs, and then junior year, I kind of had a breakout season because I hadn't ran track yet.
Okay.
Hadn't done any summer or winter training, and then randomly just started running 1540s.
Okay.
Junior year, and so, I mean, that was kind of the high, and decided to put the tennis racket away.
Okay.
I had been playing. I actually went to my first tennis camp when I was 2.
Oh my goodness.
So I've been playing tennis for quite a while, and decided put the tennis racket down and kind of pursue running, and went out for track junior year in the spring, and never really looked back, I guess.
Well, I'm sure I probably wasn't as talented as you, but that was my plan. After 7th and 8th grade track, I was going to do this running thing in the fall called cross country, and as a freshman, and play tennis in the spring. But after a month of cross country, I wasn't going to miss the camaraderie and the fun of being around those guys, but I did spend a lot of pleading and begging with my best friend at our senior year before fall cross country practice to come out and run as a all-state tennis player, to come out and run, and so he got to enjoy a senior season. That was pretty fun. But and then I guess recruited by Coach Bingley to come to Mizzou.
Yep.
Tell me what the college decision was like. Was that tough, or were you glad when it was over, or what was that process like for you?
I mean, it was kind of a relief when I decided that I was going to come to Missouri. You know, it's one less thing you have to worry about senior year.
Yeah. When
everything's kind of coming to a close. And I mean, when I took my official visit here, there was nothing like it.
Yeah.
You know, it was by far my favorite campus, team, everything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, and then you get down here, and then Coach Bingley's still around helping, and Coach Lynn kind of takes over. Mm-hmm. Tell me what your experience is like. I know Coach Lynn said that it was pretty close. He almost pulled that red shirt and put you in towards the end of the season, and because you had some really good races unattached, I think, in the fall, and then come in where was the goal in the fall, hey, where you probably won't run, but look with the U.S. Cross Champions right here in St. Louis, we'll try to focus on that, or was that kind of after cross season ended, and then this is here, shoot for it, see how you do?
I mean, with being inexperienced on the track, we kind of figured I was gonna redshirt
track too. Yeah.
I mean, so it was one of those exciting races that you could look forward to.
Sure. So, what was the goal coming in? You had a great race. Finished, what, were you 8th overall in the junior, 10th in the junior men's 8K? Okay.
And it was a 30-second PR, so
yeah.
I was happy with how the race went. Felt a little bit too comfortable at the end, which was kind of frustrating, but I mean, overall it was a good race. Yeah. Very fun. Cold.
Yeah. Well, I was excited because I was like, oh, who is this guy? I haven't seen him run all year, or didn't see the results that stood out to me. So I was like, ooh, but let's see, I know last week you ran, you ran the 5K at Mizzou and were, what, 1450 something?
Yep.
And then today you ran the 1500.
Yep.
How did that go for you?
It went well. I mean, a couple of guys took it out early.
Yeah.
It went like sub 60 for the first 400.
Yeah.
I just kind of sat back, went through in like a 61, 62, and
you took the lead there on that third lap, didn't you?
They fell back, and then the pace slowed down a ton. And then the first time I tried taking the lead, the guy sprinted, ahead of me then, so I couldn't take it, which was kind of frustrating, considering how the race had been going then. But then took the lead on the back stretch, or on the home stretch of the third lap, and just kind of brought it home from there.
Yeah, and finished what, 350? Okay. Well, what are the USA Junior National standards for? Have you already met that mark in the 5K, or what's?
Yeah. Was it the 5K mark was
like
a
15 flat or something? Yeah.
Something like that. So, I mean, my conversion, my 3K conversion was under that I ran.
So you
indoors.
From indoors, yeah. So you, what's the plan the rest of the season, to try to stay sharp and get a few more good races in, and then try to be that junior All-American at outdoors in June?
That is the goal.
Okay.
I mean, whether it's the 5K or 10K, we'll see.
Yeah.
But I mean, the goal is to move on past the junior nationals.
Yeah. And would that be your first 10K if you ran it there at junior nationals, or?
As of right now, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, if I want to run the 10K there, I'd like to see what it's like, prior to that, getting a 10K somewhere else. But
just wrap up here. What's your favorite part of running? Once you really committed to it, what, just the team aspect, camaraderie, or just the self testing yourself physically and mentally? What's your favorite? Any favorite aspect of the sport, or?
I mean, obviously the camaraderie is awesome. It's a very social sport and everything, because I mean, you're out there talking with guys for a good 12 miles or so. Yeah. Plus a day. And I mean, but biggest thing is, like, you can see your improvements easily.
Right.
A lot easier than other sports.
Right.
Because there's a time involved,
Right.
It's not.
There's actual metrics to it instead of, I had a better basketball game, but we did,
Exactly.
measurables.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot easier to measure your improvement, and which is kind of motivating.
Yeah.
It gets you out of bed those early morning.
Right.
But
yeah. Well, it's been fun to get to see you race probably several times in the last 2 months, and then here in St. Louis, and hope you stay healthy, and hopefully bring home some hardware from U.S. Junior Nationals. I'm thinking, is it Ohio or Indiana?
Indiana.
Okay. And that week before the trial, so you won't get to enjoy the junior-senior nationals together, but well, good luck and stay healthy, and look forward to things to come, especially with the Mizzou distance program. I think Coach Lynn is bringing up a lot of young guys in, and the guys are on now are having great improvements, and it looks like a bright future for the program.
Yes.
So, thanks a bunch and good luck.
Thank you.